On this show, we like to talk to people and go behind the scenes, but today we are going below deck because we have one of the stars, Adrienne from Below Deck, Bravo TV's hit series. We also have Julie Perry. She's a local author of The Insider's Guide to Becoming a Yacht Stewardess. Ladies, welcome. Appreciate you being here.
How are you?
Honestly, if you've had no exposure to the show, I'm guessing there are a lot of people that don't even know that this title exists. This just job title.
Oh,
Stewardess?
yes. Well, and we often get accused of working on cruise ships, which we like to kind of remain slightly different. We would vacation on them, probably, given our budgets, but working on them, we like to remain slightly in a different category.
Right.
So,
what's the biggest misconception about that career path? I mean, working on a yacht. It's probably
that we're on
maybe
vacation
not the most
all the time.
Glamorous,
yeah.
right?
Definitely. People think we're on vacation all the time, which couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, we do get to enjoy some of the amazing places that we get to travel to, but a majority of the time you're looking at it out of a porthole. Like, you're looking at it out of a window and seeing it and watching the guests enjoy themselves.
So why do this line of work?
Well, those perks, I think.
Yeah, the travel, definitely.
Yes. I mean, the work is really hard, and I think you see that on Below Deck, that they definitely put their hard work in cleaning, you're serving guests, you're in service mode. So it is a service job. But the perks that come along with it, the money is tremendous, the tips usually end up being a good thing. And, you know, the travel, the destinations, the people you meet. I mean, I think that's another thing, too, is that when people think about the rich and people that would own a super yacht or a mega yacht like this, they think, oh, well, there's probably only one or two of those in existence. But believe it or not, there are over 6,000 mega yachts over 80 feet in the world today. And
Holy
so
smokes.
when you consider that each one of those has usually 12, sometimes upwards of 18 to 20 crew, that's a lot of jobs to fill. So there's positions, everything from stewardesses.
400,000 yachties on the planet.
Wow.
Yeah, so stewardesses, deckhands, and entry-level points are deckhands and stewardesses and chefs as well, and engineers. And then you work your way up to captain, chief engineer, chief stewardess, and the salaries in those higher level positions are outstanding. And then you have the tips, too.
There you go. Well, a little different element for you. Great stories, obviously, enough to compile into a book. But to be in a yacht, taking care of your responsibilities with cameras in your face, and the dynamics of other crew members, good and bad, that's got to be a little different.
It's a challenge. I mean, you know, I think that this is... Everybody who is on the show has some maritime experience. Some don't have a ton, so it's a learning curve, you know, and you're learning while you're working amongst having cameras in your face. You know, I literally would wake up and, like, there'd be a camera right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
The first couple days I wasn't on the boat anymore filming. I would wake up and just do one of these and make sure there wasn't somebody watching me.
You're out of the business now. Well, what made you decide, you know what, there's enough here for a book, for a good, I wouldn't call it a tell-all, but just behind the scenes and probably, you know, dispelling some myths and rumors, too. Sure.
Believe it or not, it was back. I was a yacht stewardess in '99, 2000, 2001. So I'm a has-been, I say. But in 2003, it was Indianapolis Monthly that wrote an article about me, Hoosier turned yacht stewardess. And next thing you knew, people were calling me from all over the city. You know, how do I do this? Or how does my kid do this? And so I started coaching individuals one-on-one, sort of an unpaid career consultant. And after I started getting emails from these girls and living vicariously through their time at sea for something that I dearly missed, I thought, you know what, it's time to put this on paper and in book form so that more people can figure it out. And so 2006 was when I wrote the first edition. And, I mean, hundreds of girls. I've got emails that you wouldn't believe that.
No kidding.
And I get the emails, and I follow a lot of them on Facebook, too. And so
That's how you guys became friends.
Right.
Twitter
well,
and Facebook.
I actually read her book years and years ago. You know, I had gotten into the industry as a chef, and so I didn't know much about the stewardessing aspect of it. I thought, you know, it seems like a pretty common sense job, but there's a lot of things you don't know. And so reading, finally, I had a captain that had mercy on me and handed me this book and said, check this out, because this will probably answer a lot of the questions that you have. So this has been my guide, and I've given it to every single person that has come into this industry new, that has either worked with me or for me or, you know, on other boats, to help them as well, because it's such a great guide.
Gosh.
So when she said that she was writing the second edition of her book, her and I linked up on Twitter right before the show came out, and just kind of started a banter back and forth. I said, you know what, if you're doing that, I would love to help you out, and I ended up writing the foreword for the second book.
That's great. And where can people track you down? You're in town for the next couple of days, right?
Correct, yes.
Sure. Tonight from 5 to 8, we'll be at the Barnes & Noble at the shops at River Crossing in Keystone, signing books. And again, Adrienne wrote the foreword, so we'll both be there to sign. And then at 8:30 tonight, we'll be at the Ale Emporium up at 86th and Allisonville. And we're doing a viewing party. So anyone that's a fan of the show, come out and watch Below Deck with us. We'll be doing some Twitter contests, and my friends at Blast Media are bringing some prizes to give away. We'll have books to give away. And tomorrow we'll be down in Bloomington at the Barnes & Noble signing books down there from 4 to 6. So all those IU students that are back to school, it's if you're not really sure what you want to do after college, or you think you might want to take a few years off, that's what I did. I did it for 3 years, and memories to last a lifetime.
Well,
very cool.
We appreciate giving time to us landlubbers here today. Make sure we have that information on our website. Well, you should have brought Ripple. I mean, you got to get your nautical references where you
There you go.
That's a river.
Yeah. Well, last night I said, well, this is the closest we're getting to water. There's the canal.
There you go. That's right. That's right. Not a problem. Not some big yachts.